Well, thank you very much. An absolutely compelling project. And I think from someone like me who comes at this from a Western perspective, a very refreshing look at the way you relate humans to animals and to a cultural tradition in a way that's sustainable. I think that's a wonderful thing to be looking at in the context of the WAFX Futures projects, because we need to think hard about how we relate to animals and animal welfare, and in particular, agriculture is responsible for almost as much carbon emission as the construction industry, and so we need to think again about how we relate to animals and particularly cattle, because it's cattle rearing in Argentina and the United States and other places that really creates the carbon output for agriculture. So I think but I think coming back to the notion of food, and I imagine you're talking about milk as the nourishment that the cows provide. Could you say a bit more about what the specific properties of the Gyr cow milk?
So you can see, which we have presented here, in the cow hump.
Yeah.
So that hump consists of a particular vein, a nerve system.
Yeah.
So that nerves, which attracts energy from the sun, that is how they've discovered.
Okay.
And because of that system, it generates a particular type of casein protein, which is known as A2 protein. Normally, milk has two kind of protein, casein A1 and A2.
Yeah.
So A2 protein is much more healthier for a human being to digest.
Yeah.
So that is why this cow and the hump cow is it's very important for human beings.
That's very interesting because, of course, milk, ordinary cow milk, is not that good for humans. It's okay for babies because of the sort of nutrition it has. But this is a really important point, that the Gyr cow milk is healthy for humans of any age, and presumably provides not just protein but other forms of nutrition.
Yes, of course. It is also having a particular type of amino acids also, which is good for children as well as human being, and it digests very fast. Normally, you see the processed milk, people with this, what you call the allergy of lactose intolerant.
Yes.
So this is A2 milk is good for lactose intolerant people. It digests very fast, and so people suffering from cancer, doctor prescribe them to go and consume A2 milk if they wish to milk.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. And of course, I think part of what you're doing is updating the cow rearing, because I noticed one of the spaces you have a veterinarian space, an isolation space. So you're offering, I guess, the most sophisticated veterinarian treatment for these cows within a traditional ambiance of cattle rearing.
Yes. So it is very important to keep cows happy.
Yeah.
Their mental well-being is very important because it is connected to the production of the milk, the quality of the milk.
Yeah. And one of the film clips you showed a young calf jumping, and he or she was quite happy, I think, which is a good point. But
So that is why we have ensured that the calf pens are next to the cow shed.
Yes.
And also we have, while doing research and study, and we went to many places also where there were, so in India we call it Gaushala, basically cow shelters or cow welfare shelters, where while milking also, if the calf is next to the mother, the milk that you milk is good for us.
Yes.
Because her mental state is good.
Right. No, that's really, really interesting. And I suppose the other thing about this is reusing the waste products, the cow dung, the urine, which again, to a Western mind, is quite taboo, really. But actually finding a way of using it, because cows produce quite a lot of urine, quite a lot of dung, and as you're saying, they have properties that can be used in a sustainable way.
So it's an age-old tradition to use the cow dung as lipan at homes. It has many attributes. The cow dung lipan that we do at home, mud homes basically.
Yeah.
And even if you do it on these walls, it also helps. It gives better it absorbs CO2, gives out O2. It's a mood enhancer. It's termite resistant. It has so many attributes.
Yeah.
It also increases your immune system.
Yes.
So in old traditional home of India, where they apply the surface with mud.
Yeah.
So what we have discovered is that many years back, the children were not that much of illness compared to today's atmosphere. So I think it has a healing property as well.
Right, right. No, that's interesting. And the urine as well, you said, has medical properties. Yeah. Could you outline a bit more about what those medical properties are?
So basically, it has that immune system that, we don't have the correct data of it, James, but yes, over the period of a lot of research has been carried away in India, and there are a lot of data, scientific data are available. That is why, but not only in India, when years back, across the world, people were used to use this cow dung mixing with clay and hay.
It was certainly used as a building material in Europe, historically. It's so-called wattle and daub construction, which is a very old-fashioned construction. Yeah, yeah. No, I think it's interesting. So, is this sort of approach to, I suppose, cow rearing being extended across India?
Yes.
Yeah. So what you showed is like a little pilot project. Yeah.
Also because it's part of a community living.
Yeah.
So this cow basically, so compared to the Jersey guy in Western countries, it gives less amount of milk. But India is a huge country, very much populated country. So they've introduced this Jersey guy to India. But the country like Argentina, as you mentioned, and Brazil, they got this cow, Gir cow, and they took it to Brazil and they rebred it.
Right, right. No, that's interesting. So there is some evolution still happening, selective evolution, I guess, is selective breeding. Good. Well, okay, I think we're coming to the end of our time, but thank you very much. Absolutely fascinating project and a very refreshing way of thinking about things that to a Western mind are unfamiliar, shall we say. But thank you very much.
Thank you.